so excited!
For today's podcast, guys.
Me too, Jeremy.
Yeah, episode what?
51.
We're doing good so far.
I think so too.
I don't think a lot of people get to make 51 episodes of anything.
No.
We should count ourselves as part of the lucky few.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say lucky. We worked really hard.
Yeah.
We kept
Yes.
it going for like a month.
Yeah. You gotta get around to checking out those episodes, Jeremy. They were good.
And so do you. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Packcast episode 51. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremy Van Suarez.
I'm another one of your hosts, Jacob Wade.
I'm Logan Riley Bruner, your third host.
Housekeeping. I'll come back later.
Logan.
Housekeeping for the week.
What do we have on deck?
Well, we have officially joined the social media app known as TikTok. Very excited. It's been something we've been talking about for a little while, but it's nice to just be doing some new other stuff. So check us out on TikTok. We're releasing compilations from the interviews. Those are being recorded as we speak. New ones should be coming either this coming week or next, maybe even weeks after that. We'll let you know. Who knows at this point? Hopefully soon.
We go with the flow here.
We're setting up for some other projects in pre-production, finally getting really rolling on a couple things. We're doing a reading of a short that I wrote within the next couple days, or maybe we will have already done it by the time this podcast premieres. We are, of course, on a new channel still, the Packcast channel. Come check us out and hit subscribe if you haven't already. It's a new channel.
Yes, you're watching this on a new channel, so make sure you hit subscribe on this one as well.
Other than that, I don't believe there is any other housekeeping for us to attend to.
No, not really. Well, this past weekend
Yes.
was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we discuss? I watched it live. Did
Me
you?
too, yeah.
I actually didn't watch the Super Bowl this year.
It's fine.
It's like, I was kind of feeling it similarly, the same way like Valentine's Day, that I'm just like, it exists, and
It doesn't pertain to me.
it's like, this is the Super Bowl, and this is me. Our lines do not meet.
They don't cross. No. Yeah.
Normally I like the Super Bowl a lot because it's an opportunity for me to be with friends. And me and my mom got to hang out this year, which is always great. We always love Mama Bruner, but it was definitely just like a quiet, low-key
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Nice.
Not my favorite. The game was really great. As like a former football fan, I liked watching the sport of it. It was a competitive, exciting game. But yeah, I wish I'd been able to be with my friends.
All right.
Do a thing.
I watched it live, and it was one of the first times that I've actually sat down and watched the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Another time was at Purchase. I remember we went to a
We
Super
got
Bowl.
100 wings.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We also hosted a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the year we had 100 wings.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we went to one, and I remember sitting through that whole game and like being like, wow, this is what people do during the Super Bowl, you know?
You
And-
drink, you watch the game, you comment on the commercials.
Yeah. And this year, my New Year's resolution was to make the special occasions feel more special.
I agree with that.
You know, I didn't want to write off the Super Bowl as I do every year.
Mhm.
I just wanted to sit and enjoy it and kind of like sync with my country, you know? So I synced up. I watched the
I
game.
love that.
Poor Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it was tough.
Wait, what happened to him?
Oh,
He tore his ACL.
yeah.
On live television?
Well, I think it had already been torn. It was like
It's
an
a pre-existing injury.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay,
But it
that just
like,
especially
he-
would have
he
been
really
sad.
hurt it,
he hit
I
the
had
ground.
some friends who moved to Cincinnati, so I was a little sad that they lost. But Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford's been a quarterback that I really like, so I'm glad that he got the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, I was just rooting for whoever was winning. You know, I was like,
Nice.
"Go, guys, go!"
I just hope both teams had fun out there. you
I
know?
think they did.
I know why they do it, because the Olympics does the exact same thing, but I hate when they do those long linger shots of the losers, where they're like, you see someone on the bench just like head in hands, devastated, and the camera's just like...
There's just one guy who's like, great stuff.
Yeah.
Zoom in, tighter on his destroyed face. His dreams are dying in front of him.
Hey, there's a winner and there's a loser in sports.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wish we focused on the, like, I'm going to Disneyland, we're so excited. Like, let the people who've lost take their moment.
Totally. I mean, hey, we're already at the end of the Super Bowl, but we didn't even mention the halftime
Oh.
show.
Yeah.
Now that I did see after the fact.
Right,
But that was such an energetic, like, beautiful ode to the history of hip-hop.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
To see all
Very
these
different.
legends on this, like, awesomely designed set. Really shout out to whoever designed that set.
Yeah.
You rock. Yeah, just seeing all those legends in one place was just, it was great.
Yeah, it really felt like a celebration of Dr. Dre and all his hits. I mean,
And the legacy that followed him.
yeah. I didn't even but I didn't remember that some of those songs were Dr. Dre produced.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. All of them were.
yeah. So, good on him. I had a good time.
Very cool.
My faves showed face, and yeah, I was rocking.
Shout out to Anderson .Paak on the drums.
Yeah.
You go with that beautiful big smile of yours.
What?
Yeah. What? Why'd you press that button?
I thought Kendrick's performance was my favorite in terms of just, like, theatricality and staging.
Ah,
It was just
yeah.
absolutely beautiful. I dug it. My issue, which the two of you have disagreed on, was that I felt like some of the songs felt like song to song to song, rather than like a full program that had really been like crafted together.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a problem with like any. There was never a moment that I was like, this is boring.
No, exactly.
No, yeah.
Which is what you want. Like, you want a Super Bowl halftime show to be exciting, quick,
Mhm.
Yeah.
in and out. I didn't think it overstayed. It was like, great.
I was fully rocking the whole time. I wasn't
Yeah,
like, okay,
I was-
when do I take my bathroom
Yeah.
break?
I was like
This is
I was
a
ready
really
for more.
long show. Yeah,
I feel like a lot of times my problem with the Super Bowl halftime show is that it always feels like too short.
See, I always feel like it's way too long.
This one was like 11 minutes, like, but then like also like a lot happens in 11 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's like it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have been interested to see some of the people who I know have collaborated do stuff together. Like seeing Eminem and Kendrick do something from Love Game would have been fun.
Oh, yeah, totally. I get that.
50 and Eminem doing something together. would
I
have been
thought that
fun.
Eminem was going to do I Need a Doctor.
Me too! I was like, that's the only. He's
Yeah,
got
but
to
you don't perform that at the halftime show.
I know,
the
yeah.
biggest
But it's
game
about
of the
Dre!
year.
I get it, yeah.
Honestly, that would have been cool to start if it was like.
Or
let's
Not
start
Afraid.
with Skylar singing "I Need a Doctor, Get Me a Doctor," and then have Dre come out. I think that would have been really cool.
It would have been really cool. Rapping about Eminem and then Eminem rapping about Dre. It's just like,
I
so
don't even know that I need the full song. I just
No.
need like the chorus. Just like
Yeah.
get me a doctor. I need a
Just
doctor.
Skylar like
Have
whisper
Dre
singing
come
that
out.
beginning chorus.
Yeah, sure. What are you referring to?
You know, the beginning of I Need a Doctor. She sings it, and then there's like you can hear the heartbeat monitor. Yeah, that part. Yeah, and then for that to transition until like still DRE.
Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
would
that
have
would
been
be
a nice
cool.
transition.
That would have been a nice transition.
My one problem which we talked about is they not only did they-
Your second problem.
second problem. Sorry.
Oh,
My one problem that you agreed with me on.
Oh, let's hear it.
Was fine. You censored all the curse words, but they made them change lyrics about cops.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Interesting
well.
is the word I'm gonna use.
Interesting.
I didn't know where that was from, so I couldn't.
Oh, it's two-set violin. Ling ding.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
Interesting.
shout out to Set, yo.
Yeah, shout out two-set.
We love you. We hope you guys are doing good.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, great Super Bowl. And at the end, they premiered the new Multiverse of Madness trailer. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I didn't think it was the end. I thought it was earlier than that. But I
It
might
was
have
toward
been
the
wrong.
end, right?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
same.
saw it pop up on
I-
YouTube, and I was like,
I did watch the
You
trailer.
gotta
on
watch
YouTube,
that.
yeah.
I think it came on right after the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. But it could have been after halftime or before halftime.
yeah,
Whatever.
well,
Let's discuss it.
Yes.
There was like a minute long spot, and then there was like a 2.5 minute trailer that dropped. Y'all saw both, right?
I saw the full trailer. I didn't see the TV spot. I saw the full trailer.
Don't do a live react. It'd be
No,
silent.
it's okay. Why don't you just you could just dive
Okay,
into
the
it.
trailer.
I feel like I have to say like spoilers question mark?
Potential?
No, it's a trailer.
Yeah, but
I don't.
still.
If you haven't seen the trailer, I mean, it's gonna pop up anywhere. on TV, on YouTube, on like.
It looks like we're getting Professor
X?
We are getting a Professor X, whether it's Patrick
Insanity.
Stewart or if it's
Disney owns Fox now,
what's
so it
the
could
group
be
that he's a part of?
the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
That's right.
Which also includes Iron Man,
Superior
and
Iron Man, Black Panther,
and the rumored actor
Fantastic-
for Superior Iron Man is
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
The
Cruise.
Illuminati also includes Reed Richards,
Of the
Black
Fantastic
Bolt,
Four.
Black Bolt, who's one of the Inhumans,
Who
and
probably won't come back because they've basically said the Inhumans are done.
they could come back.
I mean, didn't Richard Madden play the lead?
That's Eternals.
I know.
They're not Inhumans.
No, I mean, I
The
thought,
show?
yeah, the TV show. I thought Richard Madden was also in that.
Yeah, but they'll just recanonize it.
Yeah, I was
somehow.
that's what I'm saying though. They've already done the Inhumans and been like, okay, that doesn't work. So,
But here's the
let's
thing.
make him
Here's the
eternal
thing.
now.
They can do whatever they want because it's a multiverse,
True. It could be
Yeah.
a different version.
right?
yeah,
Like, who
it looks
knows
great.
what crazy
It
shit
looks
will
cool.
happen?
it looks
exciting.
cool.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm looking forward to the
Evil
Illuminati.
Yeah, evil Doctor Strange is looking awesome and
Things
evil.
just
I'm
got
thinking,
out of
I think
hand.
Wanda might be the villain of this movie.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think
either.
it's strange. I think
I
we're
don't
supposed to think because
know.
Wanda
I
does
think
say.
they want us to think that it's Evil Strange because they showed him so early.
Why would they put in the trailer? You break the rules, you're a hero. I break the rules, I'm a villain. If she was going to end up being the actual villain, I think that's just a like you all think
prove
I'm the
that
bad
she's
guy,
right?
but I'm not.
To prove that she's right.
Yeah, but I don't
Because
think they would
I-
then make her a villain that Strange has to defeat if we wanted to see she was right.
I get it.
And it's Sam Raimi. I don't
She's
think
gonna-
anything
I
is
think
as it seems.
She's gonna become like anti-hero because we already sympathize with Wanda. So it's like unless she like snaps half the universe again, like we're not gonna like go against Wanda because we know her motives.
She
We know the
did
trauma
prison
that she's
entire
been
town.
through. Yeah, but they're all fine.
But
They were just brainwashed for a while. They're fine. They're still living their lives. They're just recuperating. The government's
They
probably
were
giving them some sort of
suffering.
stimulus.
They
Oh yeah, they were.
They
were in
all
pain,
have
weren't they?
post-traumatic stress disorder. All of them.
And yet,
Yeah.
we still sympathize with Wanda. We're still not going to call her a villain, are we?
I think we're supposed to enter Multiverse of Madness thinking that Wanda is going down the path of villainy, and we're going to realize she's not as bad as we think.
yeah, I
she
think
is.
this whole next phase of Marvel is very like ethically ambiguous. Like, who
Who's right,
is
who's
our
wrong.
hero? Whose side are we on? Right?
I think this
Civil
trailer,
War all over again.
I
It's
think-
like Civil War all over again.
but I think Civil War was very easy to determine what side you were on. It was.
Well, for this, like, are we on Florence Pugh's side?
Does Florence Pugh have her own side?
Has she chosen her allegiance? Like,
Yeah, my other thing about Multiverse of Madness is the beginning of the trailer seems to indicate that no one really knows if Strange's decision with Spider-Man was right.
I thought about that. So spoilers. Good thing we
That's
mentioned
why
that.
I said spoilers,
If-
because I knew we were going to talk about Spider-Man.
If the spell worked and nobody remembers Peter Parker, does this also mean that Strange doesn't remember Peter Parker? And if so, what will be his reasoning for fucking with the multiverse?
Strange remembers that he cast a spell, much like he remembers the party that they had.
But he's not going to remember why.
No, he remembers
That's
that he
so
cast a spell
interesting.
to make the world forget someone. But he
And
doesn't
everyone's
know
going to be
why.
pissed at him, understandably, because it's going to be like, you cast a spell and you don't even remember who you cast it for?
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
Which is why Wong is so upset at him at the beginning of the trailer, being like, you cast a spell that you don't know what it does.
I cannot wait for this movie.
It's gonna
Another,
be-
yeah.
When does it come out? April?
May or April?
Let's find out. Another interesting thing I just wanted to point out about the trailer is, and just kind of why I think Wanda might be taking some sort of antagonist role in this movie, is in one scene it seems like Captain Marvel is fighting
They're
Wanda.
scrapping.
There's also a theory that it's not Captain Marvel, but it's actually
Photon?
Photon,
Oh my god.
who's also known as...
No, she's just Photon. You're thinking about...
No, she has an alternate. Monica Rambeau.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Monica.
People think it's Monica. And
But
is
it
it
could
like...
also be Miss Marvel, who we saw in the trailer getting protected by Strange.
No, that's America Chavez. And Miss Marvel has stretchy arms and extendo fingers.
Right, no power,
Yeah.
no...
America
And
Chavez
it would
can...
make sense if Photon was fighting
Wanda?
Wanda, because they've scrapped in WandaVision.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, this is so
Exactly.
Yeah, there's so many directions they can go. It makes me super excited.
I'm super interested to see how they include America Chavez into the storyline. Her whole power is that she can punch star-shaped multiverse holes.
Oh, so cool.
And
She's a
she
multiverse,
just
yeah.
travels between multiverses.
Yeah.
So I'm so interested to see how she fits into this, because they're also introducing so many characters. Shout out to the Minotaur character, who I don't know if he's going to have any sort of relevancy to the plot. I just like him.
Yeah, I think it's cool that we're approaching Phase 4 in this kind of way that's like, I don't feel like every character that shows up in a movie is necessarily going to show up again. Like, I think back to, like, Korg in...
Oh, in Guardians?
Thor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
And,
4-3.
like, the idea that he, like, showed up in Endgame for, like, half a second, but, like, we didn't need to keep Korg as a major character. It's
Yeah.
like, we can have these movies where we have 7 or 8 of our leads, and then bring in some other people.
Bruce Campbell's going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
He's rumored.
I mean, he's on Google's showing him right now,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
in front of my face.
If you want the official cast, the confirmed cast, go to IMDb. If you want all the rumors, Google it.
Yeah, because it says right here, Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier,
Yep.
Yeah,
Google
Michael Stolberg.
Yeah.
What?
Google will tell you that all the Spider-Men, Tom Cruise, Patrick Stewart,
It
Bruce Campbell.
actually doesn't say all the Spider-Man, but I understand the sentiment.
No, a while back I saw someone tweet out a thing that was like,
Yeah, it was a
the Tom
screenshot
Cruise
that- yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah.
It's how we figured out Tom Cruise was in the movie.
Supposedly.
Insane.
We'll see. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness comes out May 6th.
Lovely.
I will
Right around the
be
corner.
in that theater.
So will I. I'll be there.
Yes.
Our next movie.
Yeah. Speaking...
Will it be like our opinion of the Eternals? Or will it be
No.
like our opinion of Spider-Man?
No.
I think it'll be more leaning toward this No Way Home.
I have
Sam Raimi.
I have
Yeah.
a lot more faith in Doctor Strange than I do the Eternals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
That first movie was pretty good.
Different director and different writer.
Yeah.
I still have a lot more faith in it. I could just tell by the trailers. You know, there's such a different quality of trailers.
Interesting.
True.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. This next topic, little controversial.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just
Kanye's coming out with a new album, guys. In case you haven't realized it by his social media activity. He does
February
this
22nd,
supposedly.
2022.
Yeah, right. If he sticks to his own release date.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But he's also airing out all that dirty laundry.
He's being abusive.
My God, yeah.
Yeah.
He's being seriously abusive.
Yeah, he's kind of
Yes.
being an asshole.
And there's been so much defense of his behavior and like the fact like, oh, he's just speaking his truth.
Not
no,
like-
he's not. He's
Like he is,
attacking
but
his
he's
ex
also
for dating
manipulating
someone
and
new.
yeah.
Yeah.
he's attacking his ex for dating someone new after getting into a relationship of his own,
Well, not after.
which was just a publicity stunt. He started really attacking Pete over the weekend.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
After him and Julia Fox had started and stopped dating.
Yeah.
He is now coming
He's
out
salty
with-
that Kim is still with Pete after.
if she's
if
with
she's
Pete.
even with Pete.
Right.
And all of the feuding stuff is him with Pete. It's not him with Kim.
No.
No,
He's
he
writing-
loves Kim.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
Yeah.
he wants their family to be together.
Yeah.
He wants to control her.
Yes.
This is all like narcissist abuser
Dude,
behavior.
he stopped typing in capital letters because he thought that she would, like,
And then he
forgive him.
And then he posted in capital letters again.
Yeah, immediately after.
Right.
It's
I
not.
went lowercase for you, babe.
There's such a it's a fucking shit show, and it's my biggest problem with it, and my biggest problem with a lot of the narrative and conversation around it is no. Like, Kim and Kanye and Pete are not seeing, like, the tweets that people are putting out in support or against them. They can go on
Kanye
Twitter,
is.
whatever.
Kanye.
Kanye's looking through those comments
You know
and
what
feeling justified in
You
his
know what
actions.
I mean, though? Like, celebrities, it's the idea of celebrities aren't looking at what you tweet like the people that know you are. And that, like, there are people who deal with abusers, who do the love bombing. I love you so much, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have,
Oh my God.
I'll be
yeah.
better, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
And then
So publicly.
are
Yeah.
abusers and, like, attack their partners and emotionally and verbally abuse them. And
I think that Kim wasn't even texting him. I think it was someone else.
Well, yeah, because he
on her
wanted
phone.
Kim's number. Remember?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I see
No,
what
no,
you're saying.
yeah.
I think
in the
she.
recent
I
post.
think
Yeah.
she wants nothing to do with him anymore. She has blocked him and doesn't want him as a part of her life because she's not talking about any of this.
Well,
Well, yeah, that's
She-
also Kim though.
she
Never really commented too much.
That's
what I'm saying.
She knows how to do marketing and how to
Yeah.
do
See,
PR.
but I don't think this is marketing for her.
For him.
For
Oh,
him
for
it
him
is.
it is.
For him, it is.
Yeah.
I think for her, this guy's like trying to attack me.
There's also a
I'm
new
just gonna go
Kardashian
into
show
lockdown.
coming to Disney Plus soon.
But you would
God.
think if
And Chris is a hell of a momager.
you would think if all of this was about Kim's marketing for the new season, she'd be commenting back, being like, "Well, if you want to see the truth, check out our show."
Not in the middle of it. Not while it's all happening.
They're smarter
The
than
night
they're
before the
smarter than
episode. Yeah, listen. I as much as I don't like Kanye's behavior, I also don't trust Kim. They, Kardashians can be a little conniving.
that. Totally.
I'm
wonder
sure
what
they're
happened
yeah.
for, like,
The only difference is that we're seeing Kanye do it publicly.
My biggest thing is just the idea of like there is a saying of abuse is okay because we don't trust the person being abused. That like the things he's
Who
doing
says that?
the things he's doing publicly are abusive behavior. They are
Yeah.
the behavior of abusers. And
Yeah.
so to say like, oh well, I don't trust Kim, so I'm just gonna let Kanye do Kanye is saying
I'm
That's
not
not
letting.
what-
That's not what I
they're
said.
saying.
At least.
that is how I hear you saying like I don't trust Kim. I think and Kanye's doing his thing.
I don't
No,
trust
no, no,
Kim, and I also think Kanye is wrong. How about that?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I think sometimes the narrative gets skewed too.
Yeah.
Not what you're saying, but rather Kanye's Kanye and Kim's Kim, so they can just do whatever they're gonna do and it's fine. Rather than Kim is Kim, so I don't know how much I trust her, but what Kanye is doing is not okay.
And.
Yeah.
Right? And. Not but.
I think both
'Cause-
work. I think and says like both of these statements apply. I think saying like I don't trust Kim, but is saying like I don't normally trust this human because they're a marketer.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
However,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put into place that I don't think that this reaction is appropriate.
Actually, he was coming for Kim in the beginning. That's how this whole thing started, because like Kim wouldn't let him come to North's birthday party,
Yeah, but
and,
now it's all transitioned.
and then supposedly like it's the thing. It's like it's so weird because then Kanye's saying things like, oh, like she put a hit out on me, and
No.
it's like
No.
no.
Dude, why
Kanye's
would Kim Kardashian put a hit out on Kanye West?
Kanye West
She doesn't
has
want
also
him dead.
publicly had and I'll say publicly because I'm pretty sure, but if this is wrong, please tell me. Kanye West has publicly been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and has publicly said he doesn't take his meds for it.
Yes.
So it's very easy for me to believe that he would be like, this person's trying to murder me, when in reality they're just like not talking to you.
Yes.
Bipolar makes you see things, and like Pete Davidson said it on SNL years ago, take your fucking meds. There's a reason you have them. It's so you take them.
I think Kanye also made a comment about that too.
He did.
Don't judge me just because I'm not off my meds.
Right.
We don't know the truth. He
Yeah.
could be on his meds and still acting erratically.
Right. It's a bad situation that like my biggest
It's free reality television, really.
I hate it. I hate it so. It both is and isn't, because it leads to people being like, this behavior is acceptable in society. And if we say that this behavior is acceptable amongst celebrities, then it's acceptable amongst normal people as well. And I don't know that I want to live in a world where it's like, oh, we broke up, I'm going to just tweet about how much I hate you and
You wouldn't be the first person.
hate your
Yeah.
boyfriend.
It's been happening for
You're allowed-
years.
Yes.
You're allowed to vent on your Twitter, you know?
Just-
When you're a celebrity and you've got such a following, it's dangerous, and you should think about what you're putting out there.
I think
You should
there's a
really-
difference between like venting on your Twitter and like
Oh, and what he's
what
doing. No,
he's doing.
What he's
Yeah.
doing is victimizing. What he's doing is...
Who's photoshopping these pictures for Kanye? Is it him?
It's him.
True
God
that.
almighty.
I
The Civil War one was just too
don't know.
much.
I don't know if he's sitting there on his laptop like...
He could be.
I
He
cannot
could be. He
imagine-
made the cover for Ye. He said he supposedly made the cover for Ye on the way to the listening party.
Alright.
I can't
Took a picture of the
imagine-
mountains and then wrote it in his handwriting.
I can't imagine a person having Kanye be like, I want you to Photoshop all these faces on this poster, and going, yeah, Kanye, I'm going to do that, and then actually doing it.
Oh, I can
I think
imagine.
he's
If
got
I was
friends.
in that room, I'd be like, sure, Kanye, I'll get right on that. It's going to take me a couple days.
And then your ass gets fired because you didn't do it quick enough.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. All I can say is, I mean, Kanye, Instagram is not the healthiest way to communicate with your wife.
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife. And if your
They
ex-wife
haven't
doesn't want to
divorced
communicate...
yet, have they?
I don't think the...
I don't think
I don't
we
think it's,
haven't
like,
heard
finalized.
about
She
the
filed.
finalized.
She
yeah,
filed.
She filed.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I think if your ex-wife doesn't want to talk to you for whatever reason,
Yeah. Don't make her get a
something that
restraining
you
order.
have to deal with.
Also, if this is about the kids, then maybe stop embarrassing yourself in front of your kids.
That too.
If they
This
want
doesn't-
to be on TikTok, maybe let them.
This
be on
doesn't
TikTok.
this doesn't seem like the way to win your family back.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Absolutely
think
not.
It's.
You're only pushing
embarrassing.
them.
behavior.
You're
It's
only
abusive
pushing them farther away, really, by doing shit like this.
Yeah, but and I've seen people do shit like this. They'll like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
So cringe.
I'm gonna humiliate you publicly, and then turn around and be like, but I love you, I care about you so much, and I just want you back in my life.
Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're just humiliating yourself.
All right. Well, that's all we got to say to you,
Sad
Kanye.
situation.
Very sad. From one controversy to another, I mean, not really amongst us because we all liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw a movie this
This
week.
guy
We
over here.
did.
Yes, we did. And this time Jacob got to see it with
With us.
We saw Adam McKay's Don't Look Up.
Don't look up.
Just look up.
Don't look up.
Just look up.
They want to take your guns and your rights and your government. Don't look up.
There's literally a comet coming towards the Earth, guys. I can see it from my backyard.
Fake news.
Guys, just look up,
It's
please.
It's science.
Look down.
We're standing in your grave.
Look down.
Yeah.
Down.
Copyright. Okay. Who wants to start with their opinions of Don't Look
I'll
Up?
start. Thank you. Start with baseline thoughts, okay? Acting performances, amazing. Loved everyone in this movie. Let's shout them out. Jennifer Lawrence. Let's shout out Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's shout out Meryl Streep. Let's shout out Jonah Hill. Let's shout out Timothée Chalamet. Let's shout out...
Rob Morgan was pretty good.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'll shout out Tyler Perry. And I'll shout out
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. There we go. That's the whole cast.
And
Ariana Grande?
And how can I forget Ariana Grande and
Ariana-
Kid Cudi?
Scott Miss Cuddy.
Kanye's
also beefing with now.
yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking about the guy who played Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
He was in Ready Player One playing the exact same
Yeah,
character.
literally.
Literally the same character.
We can pull up his name real
Right.
quick. His name is
Now it is Mark Rylance.
Mark Rylance.
Rylance.
Oh, and then Ron Perlman in a quick cameo.
Right. Always a joy to see Ron Perlman's face.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh boy.
So, overall thoughts, yes. The actors, all fantastic. Adam McKay did a phenomenal job with the direction. I mean, the editing of the movie.
Oh my gosh.
The music by
Yeah.
Nicholas Britell. The plot, just throughout, it is not a movie that leaves me frustrated at the end. Because, you know, I leave the movie and I feel, first of all, sick to my stomach.
Yes.
Because it's so fucking depressing. But also, it is a funny movie.
It is a funny
And
movie.
just, if we are talking about an arc of, like, plot points that you gotta hit, and the timing of all of them, and how we get where we're going, great film. And I highly recommend it to anyone who is looking for some great filmage. That's pretty much, those are my baseline thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'll jump in to add as we go on.
Right.
Please.
I really liked this movie. I really liked all the actors. I thought they settled into their characters really well. I wasn't like, oh, why didn't this person get a nomination? But like,
They
I
were
think
all just great. Yeah.
Everyone did a really good job
Fucking fall for
becoming
villains.
into their, becoming their characters. Like you said, like when that movie ended, I was just so sad and frustrated and depressed because like it's a terribly accurate reflection of our country. And it's like, I've read reviews because it has a 49 on Metacritic.
Yeah, 'cause Variety hated it.
And, well, not just Variety. There's a bunch of people who gave it negative reviews. But I'm also seeing, like, oh, this is just really easily targeted parody and satire of the Trump administration. And it's like, well, yes, but it's not, like, this movie is not confined to the last 4 years.
Oh,
this
yeah.
movie, like, this movie goes all the way back to An Inconvenient Truth. Like, this is environmental
Wag the
crisis.
dog, like, yeah.
This is the COVID response, literally seemingly any response that our country has had to anything,
Any national emergency.
It is funny too, but it's just, ugh.
And so touching. I mean,
Yeah.
the way the ending is done is
It really
beautiful and funny and depressing at the same
Yeah.
time. Like,
as much as it, like, almost makes me lose hope, like, in the human race, because it's like, spoilers, the comet hits Earth, and I'm like, you guys fucking deserved this. But, like, just the way that Adam McKay was also able to inject humanity, like, so genuinely into this movie, like, just so well. Editing, script, music gave it really that, like, big, like, chaotic feel, but also very, like show and, like, variety. Like, this is a reality show.
whenever
type
they
of
brought out the
bullshit
snare drums and, like...
Exactly, like, it's, like, moving, It's like the newspapers are, like, through the machine.
I love, like, the split second just blink and you'll miss it shots of
Yes.
another scene that, like, you'll mention something and then we'll see it and then we'll go back to the scene. It's just, like, so good.
smartly done, and it's just like life goes on, or does it? And don't look up. I guess technically it does.
Yeah, technically.
But I think it's a really excellent satire. And fuck what the critics say. Go watch it. It's great. There's a reason why it's Oscar nominated, and I agree why it's Oscar nominated.
I do too.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Netflix original.
Yeah.
It's very different than The Big Short.
Oh
It's
my
a
god.
very different avenue from Adam McKay. It's very different than Vice.
Although it's kind of like Succession-ish.
Veep, sorry, not Vice.
No, Vice. Veep is the HBO show starring
Right,
Julia
Vice,
Louis.
I was right. Yeah, it's kind of,
Yeah, Succession-ish.
but different. I feel like,
in the tone of the satire, yeah.
sure, but I
mean,
feel like
yeah.
I would treat Succession more as like comedy. Not comedy, sorry. Succession more as like pure drama than I would Don't Look Up. I feel like
Yeah,
Don't Look
it's
Up
I think-
not as satire.
Yeah,
comedy.
Don't
this
Look
was
Up's-
much more, I think, parody.
Don't Look Up's comedy is a bit more on the nose than Succession is. I think.
Yeah.
Succession is a lot of like read between the lines,
Yeah.
backstabbing type shit, and this is very like
The laughs are in between the lines.
the laughs are
Yeah.
in between the lines, and this one it's like laugh at the line or the situation or how
Yeah.
stupid
Or the
Jonah Hill's
people,
character
yeah.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I-
you've seen these people on the news for the last
6
X
20
amount of
years?
time.
Yeah, whatever.
I think Timothée Chalamet gives a beautiful
Oh,
performance.
Yeah,
He's
Uh,
really good.
that dude has like maybe like
Really?
4 lines of pages to 4 pages of lines total,
But
and
it's
just
so-
does a great
it's
job
just-
with it.
It's really nuanced.
Yeah.
And it's such a good performance.
Yeah.
I think Leo does a great job. I think Jennifer Lawrence does a great job. It's a great cast. It's a great film.
Something that stands out with Timmy is when he's in the back seat and he's like, "Do you mind if I get
Personal in the back.
do you mind if I
Vulnerable?
get vulnerable in
In the
your
back.
car, sir?"
In the back
The
of
thing
the
that I
car.
really loved about Tim Chalamet, and slight spoilers for the movie if you haven't seen it, is he's such the like cool dude that like doesn't give a shit. And then the moment he's faced with his destruction, that idea of like the moment that we're faced with our own death,
He
we
goes
become who
serious.
we are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He immediately starts praying.
And
He's like,
yeah.
he was like, yeah, I kind of believe in God.
But don't
Like,
tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. It's
Don't
whatever.
advertise it. That's what
And
he
then the
says.
moment that she's like, Comet, he's on his knees instantly. And I really loved
Yeah.
how Adam McKay didn't like feel the need to be like, look, he's praying. It was
No,
like
it's just that thing.
he's doing this, and she's looking up still, but
It's just a character
This
choice.
is how
It's
he turns to, and then he has that really beautiful moment at the end where it's like, he could say this like big dramatic prayer of like, and if this is our time, but it's really just like, we ask for forgiveness for the ways that we fucked up, and we're glad we're
Let's
together.
enjoy this meal while we can.
We're glad that we're here with each other.
Man, what a
and
good
not
movie.
alone. Yeah.
I'm getting all those feels again.
Yeah, I know. Let's
Thinking
let's
That
give our
last scene
scores.
is just so good.
8.5 for me.
9.5 for me. I don't think I can
Whoa!
give it a 10 out of 10, but I did like it a lot.
9.5.
Yeah.
That's like higher than you scored No Way Home. I'm gonna
It's a
say.
complete movie.
I'm gonna say 8.9.
Not
What?
Not quite!
Go, bring it.
God!
It's an 8.9. You know,
You just don't get it, do you?
you don't get a full 9.
You just don't get the full 9, yeah.
Okay, 8.9.
Hey, it's higher than his score.
Yeah, true. Why not 9?
Are you
What
one-upping
keeps it-
me?
What
Like-
keeps it from getting to that, like, 9 out of 10
A
category?
9 out of 10, I would rewatch.
Interesting. So rewatchability is a part of your score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My score is normally
you're not-
based on, like,
I think
first watch.
I think I'd rewatch this movie until the point that they can see the comment, and then I'd be like, "All right."
Yeah, no. I would, but I wouldn't choose.
If we're
Two.
talking rewatchability, I'd probably bring it down to a 9, but in
There
terms
we
of
go.
like first viewing, 9.5.
I just like to grade the film. I don't include rewatchability in my film score.
Okay.
I just like to grade the film.
I put feeling
As it
into
is.
my score.
I get it.
Yeah.
Get it. I gave
True, you
Power of the Dog a 10, and I don't know if I liked it still.
Still.
2 weeks later.
But okay.
And I'm still like, would I watch
fine.
that
I'll
movie
give it a
second time?
9.
You don't have to. You can keep it at 8.9.
It feels like such an 8.9 to me, so
Yeah?
I'm
Okay.
gonna keep it.
Jacob's official score for Don't Look Up,
8.9.
8.9.
Spoilers for the end of the
I
movie.
thought you were going to do the shade button.
Oof.
No, it's not
Nah.
really shady.
We're not there.
All right. Well,
Well,
Movie's coming out this week.
yeah, it's
yeah.
that
Why don't you tell
time.
us?
Before we get into like the movies that I'm actually excited about, there's one movie that's slightly controversial that I wanted to bring up. It shouldn't take us too long.
Okay.
It's just because I found it interesting as I was scrolling through the movies that are coming out this week that we're getting a new Medea film. And I brought up to the two of you before we started this podcast, and I kind of wanted to just get all our thoughts on the cast.
Okay, on the record.
I find it interesting that Tyler Perry is still able to make Medea. That, like, that movie is still able to come out without, at least that I've seen, a lot of backlash. Like, sure, there's always the typical, like, Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry backlash. I hear that all the time on Twitter. But I haven't had a specific, like, group of people being like, why are we still letting a man do a parody of black women? Which I would have expected. As a white
But
man,
it's not just
not
the
like-
man doing a parody of black women. It's a black man doing a parody of black women who he did model after his mom and aunt.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, I'm coming up with stereotypes of someone I saw on the
Right,
street.
he's
These are
honoring
people
the
I
women in
know
his
and I
life.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he uses the reasoning of I've modeled it after women in my life and I'm honoring the women that I've loved in my life.
Yeah.
I think that there is still room for people to say that they are not okay with it. I feel as a white man that, like, it's not my place to be like, this movie shouldn't come out. So I'm never going to say that.
I don't think it's any of our places.
Yeah.
Have any of us even seen a Medea movie?
I don't know. I thought it was interesting to see it and be like, in 2021, the age of cancel culture, because that's what we have been dubbed, is like the age where things get canceled. That Medea is just Medea.
Well, what would it be canceled for? Cross-dressing? Like, give the role to a woman? Is that what your argument is? Like,
I think it's a little. I think it's that. Yeah, that the role should be played by a woman.
I think
If
part
we're
of the
gonna-
comedy, though, is that he...
But is the joke that we're laughing at, this woman is crazy? Or is the joke we're laughing at, this man who's a man is dressed up as a woman and acting crazy?
I think the point is, Oh, Tyler Perry's so funny as Medea. I know. I get it, but like I don't find a problem in cross-dressing for comedy.
As long as it's respectful.
You know? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a caricature? Is it a caricature? A character. I'll say it's a character that's in his wheelhouse. And that it's not, it's not Shane Dawson. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Shane Dawson on YouTube
That's a difference.
putting on blackface
right.
and becoming Medea.
Right.
Like,
that
or
would
Shanae,
be different.
That's cancelable.
Yes.
Tyler Perry, I see no problem.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like you said, we live in the age of cancel culture. If it was bound to happen, it would have happened by now because Tyler Perry is coming out with Medea movies every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
From what I understand of Medea, it's not disrespectful towards any one specific community, and let it be. If its time comes, its time comes, and we've talked about it here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I would be intrigued if there's ever a point that Tyler Perry keeps making Medea but doesn't play the character anymore.
I don't think that'll happen.
No, I think Medea
Medea
will die with Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
You think if people were like, Tyler, the problem with this is you playing the character, you can keep making the movies but don't play the character, he'd be like, I'm done. We're not doing Medea anymore.
Right. Then Medea is retired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
it's his character.
I think it's inherent to Medea that Tyler Perry is playing Medea, but it's not. But it's not like the joke isn't like I'm watching a movie where a man plays a woman, because that's not like that's not a plot point.
The character is a woman, yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. What I was saying earlier, though.
Yeah.
Is like, are we, as an audience, watching the movie and saying, this is a woman being crazy, or is our audience brain going, I know that's Tyler Perry dressed up as a woman, and that's why it's funny?
I think the second.
And it's also, I think
I can understand.
I think it's also probably people being like, oh, I know that person.
Right.
Being like, yep, like, our
isn't that auntie?
Isn't that
which I think is why it becomes controversial and not like one way or another, because anyone who would say like, you guys know I think it's fine, is like, it's fine because it's real and I believe the portrayal and I've seen those people, so I connect to it. Because I know there's a lot of people that watch Medea movies and are like, it's funny because I connect to it, I see my family. And so there might be some of that aspect of like, we're willing to look past Tyler Perry dressing up as a woman. Okay, that is what it is, because it's an honest portrayal.
At the end of the day, it's him making a character based on his family and the people he loves.
Yeah.
I mean, even in other cases where the character is a man dressing up as a woman,
It's such a one-in-a-kind situation.
It's based
on the context and the premise of why it's happening.
Each situation is unique.
But that's also the thing, is that like, I don't think there is another character like Medea anymore. No. There is no other like actor that I can think of that has an iconic character that's the opposite gender of them that they play regularly, and that the audiences are like, yeah, that's your character, totally. I can't think of a single other comedian that does that. And it's interesting.
That still does it right.
Because we can't be like, oh, it's like, you said Eddie
Murphy.
I said Eddie Murphy doing...
I can kind of think of one.
Bit.
I don't know if it's the same thing, but just the first... RuPaul.
That's different.
That's drag.
Well, some would argue that
but I don't think
Medea's drag.
But I don't think
I think
Medea
people would argue
drag.
that Medea's
But I don't
drag.
think RuPaul is dressing up as RuPaul to get laughed at.
Not to get
Tyler Perry is dressing up as Medea to get laughs.
Well, so is Ru.
I don't think Rue takes on. I don't think Rue does drag for laughs. I think Rue
It's
does drag
comedy.
because
It's
her
for-
art.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's her
for
art form,
fashion
but-
and for comedy and for art. You know,
I think that Tyler Perry's also doing it for art.
Interesting.
Comedy is
I
his
think,
art.
See, I think the drag community would have a problem with people saying Medea is drag.
Hey, drag community. Are you listening? Are you watching?
Please.
Please let us
Let us know.
Yes.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We've said our piece. We're going to keep going in circles about this because it's
No.
just the same argument.
You know where we sit.
Yeah.
Where we stand. So
It's interesting.
it's certainly interesting, drag community, if you think that there's a problem with Tyler Perry playing Medea in 2022. Let us know.
We'd
It's
love
a
to hear it.
controversial
I
topic.
would like to know. Yeah,
and we'd love to
actually.
talk about it on the next podcast if we get any comments. We'd love
Sure.
to hear from some people.
Absolutely.
Speaking of things coming up, we've got a couple movies that are coming out this week I'd love to share with y'all.
Walk us through them.
There's not a ton of movies coming out this week. I've picked just a few of them in attempt to get this Movie of the Week segment to speed up. If you want to see all of them, they are in the description below, but I will get started talking about all of them. First up, from all the way back at Packcast 30, we have Free Guy coming to Disney Plus on
Yay!
Wednesday, February 23rd.
I never saw
You
it.
can finally see Free Guy. It's fun. It's delightful. I had a lot of fun
I
watching
had
it.
fun too. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Looks like a
So
fun
definitely worth checking it out. Also coming back to theaters, The Godfather is having its 50th year anniversary, Friday, February 25th. The 50th anniversary of the original Godfather film.
Wow.
Cool.
50 years since that classic was released.
I've never
I
actually
still
seen The
haven't seen
Godfather.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wait, you two haven't seen it?
We have to go see it when it comes
Well,
back to
let's go
theaters.
because it's the director's cut. So
Yeah, it's going to be great.
heck yeah.
In terms of new stuff coming out this week, first up over on Hulu, which I've really been enjoying recently with both Mother Android and Sex Appeal, we have No Exit, directed by Damien Powers and written by Ant-Man and the Wasp writers Andrew Bearer and Gabriel Ferrari, based on the novel by Taylor Adams. No Exit tells the story of Darby, who's a college student who discovers a kidnapped child in the car of one of the residents of an overnight hotel.
Ah.
God.
What follows is her attempt to figure out who owns the car
Oh God.
and how many people are involved.
What?
Yeah.
So essentially, this girl gets caught in the middle of a blizzard at a hotel,
That's scary.
finds this girl in the back of this car outside, and goes inside to like 7 people inside and has to figure out
God.
like who of these people that's trapped at this hotel is a crazy
Ooh.
kidnapper.
That's gonna
Very
be cool.
interesting.
Yes, it reminds me of the premise of Hateful Eight a little bit.
Mm.
That like blizzard, we're all trapped, we can't
Yeah.
leave. It looks really cool. Full psychological thriller. I'm really into it.
Cool.
Gosh.
On the funnier side of the kind of dark horror area, we have Studio 666 coming from the rock band The Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl and his gang are coming to screens with a band romp through their 10th album. Reminds me of the old Beatles movies that we used to get. I know Metallica did a film like this. Slayer did a movie like this. It's
Tenacious
that, like,
D.
yeah, it's that like
Ah.
we're gonna do an album and all the songs are gonna be in this movie, but the plot is gonna be us getting through the songs.
Mm.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
like we're gonna use this horror of the band trapped in the haunted mansion to get us through the plot.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, it seems super fun. It's a popcorn movie, so if you're into the Foo Fighters, I hope you enjoy that one. Michael A. Jorge, I'm looking at you. Finally, writer-director Brian Petsos has his feature directorial debut with the film Big Gold Brick. This one looks fun. This is the story of a writer who gets hit by a car, wakes up in the hospital, so he doesn't know who hit him, and this guy, who ends up being the driver of the car,
Yeah.
who's famous, asks him to write his autobiography. He's like, we feel really bad about what happened to you. Come back to my house, write my autobiography. Let me take care of you while you heal up.
Doesn't that just become a biography at that point?
It's called an autobiography because he's a ghostwriter.
Oh, okay.
It looks ridiculous. It stars Andy Garcia as the celebrity and Emery Cohen as the writer, with Megan Fox, Lucy Hale, and longtime Petsos collaborator Oscar Isaac rounding out the cast.
I love you, Oscar.
At first glance, I thought it was just going to be like a decent, like, oh, there's some cool like actors in this movie. This could be fun. But once I watched the trailer, it looks like there's like a lot of Alice in Wonderland like crazy, hypnotic, color change, palette change, like weird hallucinations of puppets talking to people, and it looks super fun and super different.
Yeah.
So it looks like a good time that I'm definitely going to be checking out.
Yeah.
That's all the movies that I got that I'm really excited about this week.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, tried to keep it short and snappy because we had a lot of topics this week. Go see any of those that you feel so inclined to. Stay home and see any of the ones that are showing up on streaming services. And if you see anything, tag Black Wolves. Let us know you went to the cinema. We'd love to know that we're supporting AMC, Regal.
Once again, not sponsored, but we could be.
We are, however, sponsored by Anchor.fm. Anchor.fm, your place for all your podcasting needs. We use Anchor. It puts us on Spotify and Apple Music and Google Podcast, and we are very satisfied with our partnership.
Yeah, seriously. I am very satisfied with this
Me
partnership.
too.
Me too.
Content we're consuming!
Where do we start
Content I'm consuming. This week I started The Legends of Vox Machina, which is an Amazon animated series based on Critical Role. It's fantastic. It's really good. The art style is very Invincible. It's brutal and bloody and sexy and gory, and it's great. I like it a lot more than I liked Super Crooks, which was the last one that had this kind of art style. Maybe it's just because I know the characters and the actors more, but I really dig this setting and this plot.
Dope.
I'm also still watching Dimension 20, as per usual. We watched Don't Look Up. I'm trying to think if there were any other films that I watched. Not really. I've been fairly busy this week working on our own stuff and editing.
What did we watch?
We watched more Euphoria. We're continuing through season 1.
Yeah, we did.
We put on something this past week.
Peacemaker!
Yeah!
Really wanna face it! Peacemaker's so good! I can't believe I forgot to talk about it. John Cena can act!
Yeah.
And act well!
He's doing well.
He's doing really well.
It's
And
really funny.
James Gunn has just done such a smart job with this series.
I've heard nothing but good things about Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently all the title sequences are different. We're gonna get that same opening dance sequence, but then the second half is gonna be different people popping in and different outfits.
I love that.
So yeah, that should be fun. Eagly is an incredible character. Yeah, I really dug it. It was a perfect first episode.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Anything else you're consuming?
I don't think so. I'm not really listening to anything new. And I started Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh yes,
because I'm thinking about playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla next because they're coming out with an Odin DLC. It's like playing
Dawn of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I started Odyssey.
No way in relation to God of War Ragnarok.
No, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I wanted to get the feel of the new Assassin's Creed system because after Origins they switched.
After Syndicate.
Yeah.
Origins,
they switched to a completely new system. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
It
feels updated, or
it's so different from the original. The way it's intended to be played, because they tell you at the beginning of the game, they're like you can play it classic or as intended.
So you're not just holding R2 to do
kind of.
You're still kind of holding R2 to do everything.
No HUD. Not really objective markers. It's more go to this general area and find the objective yourself. And a lot of it is not do this mission, kill this guy, go here. It's a lot of you can do a bunch of stuff. These are the guys that you should be looking out for. They might show up and fight you, but you can go over there and take care of that stuff.
All right, I like games like that.
Until you're strong enough.
Everything's a lot more climbable now. It's
lots more RPG elements.
Big open world.
Huge.
Mm-hmm.
And horse riding.
Yeah.
Which was in Assassin's Creed 3, but then they got rid of it for...
Sounds like a game for me. I might check it out.
It's actually a lot of fun. I think you'd like enjoy it. Yeah.
Odyssey?
Yeah,
Odyssey. Okay. Or even Valhalla, the newest one.
Yeah. It's whether or not you Sparta or...
Yeah, what do you like more, Greek mythology
Vikings.
or Vikings? You don't gotta answer it right now.
It's like, do you want to ride around on a horse on the Greek countryside,
Yeah,
or
let
do you
me
want
think
to
about it.
row a boat through?
Nah,
I mean, you're
not
gonna
boat.
be-
I'm not a boat guy.
You're not a boat guy. You're gonna like Odyssey.
You're gonna be rowing a boat in
In
Odyssey
any-
and Valhalla.
But I feel like in Valhalla, the raids are so much more about boats, whereas Odyssey, it's a lot more about ride around and then get to a boat.
You could really go through Valhalla without boating too much.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, that's what I've been consuming.
Okay. I've been working my way through the MCU TV shows.
Before they disappear.
They're
Right,
going to
before they-
Disney Plus.
They'll be going to Disney Plus. It's so weird
Marvel.
because they're Netflix original shows.
It's
so weird.
I talked to Mike about this the other day. I think it's a non-compete thing. I think that if
Yeah.
Disney announced, like, they're coming to Disney Plus March 1st,
Yeah.
then you're undercutting the market of Netflix, and Netflix can say that you were trying to take their business, so they have to wait until it's officially off Netflix to be like, hey, it's on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah. Yes, but also Netflix owns.
Netflix produced them and distributed them.
Yeah.
They get paid for them.
Yeah.
Same thing as Mother Android being a Hulu movie that's on Netflix.
Okay, fine. All right. Okay, fine. The world is weird these days.
The world is very weird with distribution.
Yeah, so anyway, I watched season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, first I watched season 1 of Agent Carter. Then I watched season 1 of Agents of
Really
S.H.I.E.L.D.
going in order.
The only
Yes.
season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching season 2 right now, and it's... then I watched Daredevil,
You've got like
season
5
1.
seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It's like 5
I'll
or
get
6.
through them. But yeah, Daredevil was good. So far,
Oh, yeah.
out of the 3 that I've watched so far, Daredevil has been the best, season 1.
I'm excited for you to watch Jessica Jones.
I'm sure that's after season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I'm on now. And it's... Like, can we just get to the point? Anyway. I'm also... Yeah, we're still in the middle of The White Lotus. I don't forget that I want to watch that.
I don't.
I want to.
I had a bad day the other day, which is why we didn't want to watch it.
Right. Okay. What else am
That
I
show's
watching?
just so hard to watch.
Yeah,
It's great,
yeah.
but it's just one of those shows that I get to the end of and I feel like, just like Don't Look Up, I get to the end and I'm like, I feel...
Icky. I need a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I still want to finish Glitch on Netflix.
Yeah, you've talked about this.
Yes. And I finished Ozark season 4.
Aw.
If you
Ridiculous.
want to stop me, you're going to have to fucking kill me.
You have no idea,
I
Logan.
know.
You have no idea.
I
I'm
know.
Ozark.
She's just a
Jennifer.
beast.
It's not Jennifer.
Yeah.
Julia
Julia Gardner.
My goodness. What an amazing actor you are.
Finding Anna.
I want to watch
Inventing.
Inventing.
Anna.
Can't wait to watch it. Yes, sir. The King of New York. Ari Moya.
Taking the world by storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's all from me.
Jeremy?
I haven't been consuming too much this past week. Still playing Apex Legends. I got back into Bloodborne because From Software's next game, Elden Ring, is coming out, and I feel like punishing myself. Yeah, I don't know, like that and like all the spicy food I've been eating. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm still watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nice.
And I found out that all seasons of Fringe are on HBO Max. Fringe being a mid-2000s J.J. Abrams sci-fi police.
It was his first, like, big...
Yeah.
Right after...
Lost was pretty
It was
big.
after
I
Lost.
always forget J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
Lost
man.
is huge.
I remember...
Right after Lost.
Okay.
Fringe holds a special place in my heart because I feel like that was like the first like adult show that
Yeah.
I watched.
I know the first adult show
I just
watched.
ended
I
up
was
sitting.
too young.
I just ended up like sitting on the couch with my mom while she was watching season 2. And I just got really into it. So now I finally get to watch season 1. Really good. Love Anna Torv. Love.
Go ahead, remember all the names of the actors on that show.
There's just 3 I want to remember. No, that's not true. Lance Riddick is also in it. John Noble, Joshua Jackson, Jessica Nicole. I love
You're
all
like
of
remembering
you.
all the characters and you're like, oh my god!
I love all of you. You're all great. I can't wait to explore more weird science and alternate universes with you guys yet again. And that's what I've been consuming.
Nice. I have one shout out this week.
Do it.
This is a shout out for a friend of Black Wolves Productions, Jillian Lieberman,
Oh, shout out.
Oh.
Jillian.
who was officially announced along with her boyfriend Edgar as a contestant on this season of Temptation Island. This is the first time I'm actually excited for a reality show. I am 100% watching this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jillian's been a friend of ours since middle school.
Middle school.
I did back when I was like 14. No. Yes. Back when I was like 13, 14, I did The Giver with Jillian.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So me and her did that play in Long Island City. That's how we like became friends.
Amazing.
And then we like were at PPAS together.
Yeah.
So
I did Chicago with Jillian.
Yeah.
That's a show we did together.
nice.
Good show.
Yeah.
Good times.
Pop.
Good memes. 6.
Squish.
Cicero.
Lipschitz. Dick. It's the one that I like to throw in.
Pop 6. Oh, Cicero.
Lipschitz. Dick. Alright.
Anyway.
Anyway, this has been the Black Holes Podcast. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Logan Riley Bruner.
I'm Jacob Wade.
And I'm Jeremy Van Suarez.
And as always,
Be safe.
look down.
No!
Oh.
Look up!
Look up.
Don't listen to him! Look up! I think this whole administration has fucking lost